Hi and welcome to Homegrown Mobility Strong and Mobile Pick 2 workout number 3. So today we are going to be working on a split squat, sort of a hybrid of a lunge and a squat put together, and then a little bit of hip stability and rib cage and thoracic spine mobility. That's the goal. We're going to try to get it done in a half an hour or less. So let's go ahead and warm up with the first movement. All right, this is Homegrown Mobility Pick 2, 2 strength, 2 mobility drills, smash them together, workout number 3. We're gonna try to do all this, at least 3 sets in under 30 minutes. I'm gonna hit start on my clock and you can get some space to spread out and we'll warm up with our first set, okay? What a great way to warm up. So start with your feet together, nice and tall. Stride your left leg back through space, like you're ready to do a split squat. If you haven't done one of these before, make sure first that you're fairly balanced between the front and the back leg. And then you've got enough stride back with your left leg that you don't run out of room here. Meaning, if you're too narrow, you're gonna kind of squish into this space. Feel like you have got enough room to get your back knee down toward the ground. I don't care if it touches or not. We're doing 4 here, we're going to 10. As you're doing this too, if you're feeling really wobbly, make sure you're not on a tightrope here, but you've got a nice train track stance. 4 more. 3, 2, number 10, switch legs. Stride the right leg back, same thing. Try to stay fairly tall. You can lean your whole body forward here, your upper body forward, or you could stay upright like you're on a carousel horse. Either one are okay. I tend to like the lean. It adds a little more load to this leading hip. You might also feel some stretch and some work in the front hip or the front of the trailing leg. I've got 3 left. Good. Last rep. Shake it out. We're gonna superset this with another lower body mobility drill, which is gonna be more like a stability drill today. That's okay. Side butt stuff. We need to work on being mobile within the pelvis, not just between the femur and the pelvis. So that's what this is. Pick up some moderate weight and set it down near you. Let's start without anything in our hands. Shift your weight over to your right leg. Grow really tall out of that whole side. And then pick your left foot off the ground. Now comes the challenging part. Soften your right knee. Soften it a bit more so you feel like you can get a little bouncy feeling. Keep your right big toe on the ground. Nice. And then just tip forward a little bit through your upper body. Try to find a stretch or a feeling here of work. If you're not feeling it, try tucking your tail into your back pocket just a little bit, or your tail into your knee a bit. I put 2 expressions together. And keep that knee soft. Usually if you've lost this feeling on your butt, it's because you've locked out your knee and not realized it. Let's go 10 more seconds here. We're just gonna hang on to it. If you're really popping your hip out to the side a lot, try to find a level pelvis here. If this has hiked, again, try to find level. 3, 2, 1, let's switch sides. So get tall first. We'll start at the very top. Really tall, and then soften a little bit. Send your butt back, like you're trying to shut the dresser drawer with your butt. Tuck your tail under just a little bit. Get a little softer in that left knee if you can handle it. And then try to keep the big toe on the ground. I think we're gonna just stick with the body weight this time. This is plenty. And then last but not least, try to level that pelvis. This works a little better if you're standing up on something like a curb or a yoga block or something, but we're gonna deal with it right now, right here, the way it is. Make sure you still have that standing knee soft. Your other leg can go wherever it feels comfortable. It doesn't have to be in a certain place. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Okay, now you'll need your tool. We're gonna move to upper body and we're gonna superset a row today, and then we'll build in some more thoracic work. It'll kind of morph as we go, because some of these things you don't wanna do more than once in one workout. So let's start this way. Straddle your tool, whatever it is, your dumbbell, kettlebell, and then go ahead and take your left foot back. And that means the left hand's gonna reach down and pick up the tool first. Sorry, all you righties out there. So go ahead and pick it up and come to standing. We're going to come back into that split stance position again. So just get soft in the knees this time and lean forward a bit so you can reach through your crown and out your tail, not so far that you have to start rounding to get the dumbbell or kettlebell lower. So just a little bit of lean, whatever you can manage. Most of your weight should be in the front leg. Let's pull 10 times, bringing the thumb toward the low ribs here. If you think about pulling your elbow toward your hip pocket, it helps pull the dumbbell into the right line. 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Straddle your object again, and now step the right leg back. Hinge to pick over that tool. And maybe somewhere down here is okay. If you're more upright, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I want your hips to be happy, or comfortable here. Not happy, but comfortable. Manageable for the 10 reps. The reason I'm asking you to pull your elbow toward your hip pocket is it helps this from happening, this shoulder in the ear happening. I exaggerated quite a bit, but it can happen. I've got 3 left. 2, 1. All right, set that tool down. And let's just work on some thoracic cars. Crisscross your arms over your shoulders. If you've done this enough with me, you're welcome to grab something and squeeze it, scoop it up and squeeze it real quick. It turns your car into a level 2 or a strength building controlled articular rotation instead of kind of good day, everyday health kind of cars. It increases the intensity. Let's go ahead and take a breath in. Exhale, start with your wall peel. So tuck your chin and then imagine 1 vertebrae at a time from top down coming off the wall behind you until you stop about the bra strap. That bra strap is staying in contact with the wall. So I don't want you to move through the lumbar spine. Then we're going to rotate to our right. Pull your elbows up over toward your right pocket. Now side bend to your right. And then arc up and over, lift your sternum as you go toward the sky. Side bend left. That means that right shoulder stays back. Now let your right shoulder come forward. Rotate to your left. Rotate forward. Roll it up. Repeat 1 more to the right. Peel down. Rotate right. Try to smooth out the edges here. Side bend right. Arc up and over. Keep that tail tucking. Keep your hips on your body. Side bend left. Rotate left. Roll to the front. Up. Take an inhale. Get a little stronger purchase with the floor. Tuck the tail, firm the ribs back as you peel down. Rotate to your left this time. Side bend left. Lead with your sternum toward the sky, reaching forward as you arc over to your right side bend. Rotate right. Rotate to the center. Peel it up. 1 more. Inhale. Wall peel. Rotate left. Oops, really push into the floor with the right foot. Extending the hip. Side bend left. Extend as you come over. Side bend right. Rotate right. It's easy to get into your lumbar spine here, so feel that as you roll forward. Is your lumbar spine still upright? And back to neutral. That's 1 round. Oh, my clock just went blank. It's okay, I think we're gonna do it. Let's do another one. This time I want you to pick up some weight, if you like, for your split squat. If you don't want it yet, if you're good with the body weight, you can set it aside. Let's start with the left leg back, and we're gonna build on here. So if you've got a kettlebell, it's gonna be, or a dumbbell, it's gonna be in your left hand. So left hand, left leg. And then we're gonna reach the dumbbell down toward the right toe as we come down. So what's happening in your upper body? Go ahead and do this with me. We're doing 10. This is 3 for me. It's rotating. Your sternum is rotating toward the right thigh, right? If you don't have a dumbbell, you can reach your arm forward. 6. So reach your left arm forward. Again, it's gonna make your body turn a little bit. That's what we want. 8, 9, 10. Good. Step your right foot back. I'm gonna keep reaching. You've got weight, use it. Here we go. Right hand's got the weight, reaching down toward that big toe on the left foot. Or if you don't have weight, you're going to reach forward with me. 2. Pull yourself up out of the floor with that lead leg. 3. Even if this hip flexor on the back leg is getting tired, I want you to really focus on driving through the floor right here. Drive down and in. 4 more. What we're doing here is, again, stretching the glutes. We're working on rotation in the pelvis. 1 more. Good. Let's get our weight this time. If you don't have a legit weight, by the way, anything goes, anything with a little heft. Let's go ahead and do our single leg stance again. Single leg balance here. So shift your weight over to your right foot. Get really tall through the crown. Pick up your object. Now lift your left toe off the ground and soften your right knee. Good. I'm going to give you a profile here. Send your butt back so you're shutting the dresser drawer with that left or that right butt. The result will be you hinging forward through the upper body. And here's the actual exercise. Ready? We're just going to pass the kettlebell back and forth 10 times. 2. 2. Keep that big toe down. Keep the knee soft. Softer than you think you need. 3. Don't go too fast. 4. Like, try to throw yourself off balance by pausing a little extra, or maybe not pausing quite as long, but avoid kind of throwing it back and forth. 5, 6, 7, holy moly. 8, I did these yesterday, twice, and I'm feeling it. 9, 10, where are you feeling this? Right here. If you don't feel it today, you might feel it tomorrow, unless you forget to keep that knee soft. Okay, left leg's turn. Get tall. Get a little tuck in the tail, and then send your hips back, tipping forward. Go as far as you feel comfortable and that your low back doesn't mind, and let's pass for 10 sets here. What am I doing with my floating toe? Well, I'm floating it, but anytime I need a little check, I'm just toeing down for a moment when I need it. If you start noticing a pattern, like every time you pass to that right side, your right toe goes down, see if you can get a little stronger here, get a little stronger through everywhere, and gradually cut that toe down out. 7, get softer in the knee. A little softer. Yeah, 8, woo. 9, 10, and 10. I forget which hand I started in. All right, rowing. We're going to do a split stance row, but this time we're going to rotate that as well. So go ahead and stride. I'll stay with the left leading. I like this. Left leg comes back. That means the left hand gets the bell. All right, take up some width here. Pick up your object. Stay soft in that back knee. Stay on the ball of the foot on the trailing leg. And we're going to pull to the ribs, just like we did before. But now, as you pull with your left arm, I want you to reach your right arm to the floor. Here's the deal though, you're not moving the hip at all. You're not doing this big whole body thing. Your back is staying at the same level. Your hips are staying totally still. And you're not going up and down here either. No lawnmower pulls. I've got 3 more, 8. So what are you feeling? You're feeling is the same kind of work, and 10, that you just felt from doing that single leg stance in the forward butt, forward leg butt, okay? That's where I want you to feel some lower body stress. Upper body, obviously you're still feeling pulling work. So step your right leg back, pick up the weight with your right hand. Get most of your body weight into that left leg. Get on the ball of the foot on the right leg. Soft the both knees, hinge forward and pull. Add that reach with the left arm. So your sternum is rotating toward the dumbbell as you pull it up, and then maybe it's coming the other way over the leading leg. So it's rotating toward that wall away from the dumbbell. Uh-oh. 6. I didn't even count. 7. 8. Keep your nose pointing to the floor. 9. 10. Oh, I hope you're counting well. It's hard to talk and count at the same time. I'm gonna do my best from here out though. Okay, next thoracic spine drill. You're gonna need a little bench, a chair, a plyo box. I've got mine right here, all set to go. So on your bench block, chair, whatever you've got, you just need enough width to be about shoulder width apart with the elbows, maybe a tad wider if it's feeling negatively stressful to have your elbows this close together. Maybe you're here. So pop those elbows on top of the tool of your choice. Come to kneeling here. If you want extra padding under your knees, you can fold up your mat, give yourself some extra padding, and then you can tuck your toes in and sink back. You can also flatten your feet and sink back. We're trying to stretch the lats and the shoulder blades out of use because sometimes they like to volunteer when they're not needed. So the goal here is to get the thoracic spine, the upper back, to extend into a deeper position. So sinking the sternum to the floor here. So go ahead and start by finding that. And go as far deep into this stretch as you can go comfortably. If you have a PVC or something rigid here to hang on to, a brim handle, you could put it between, put part of it in each hand, and it would help keep some tension. Alternately, you could put your hands on your shoulders here if they reach. Okay, so we're in this big lat stretch. You're feeling a good lat stretch probably. Let's take some breaths here. So just inhale through the nose, nice and long. And exhale through the nose or the mouth. Inhale again. We're just getting comfortable here. That's the goal of right now. Exhale. Third and final breath, long and calm inhale. And longest, fullest exhale. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going until you feel that belly kind of lock down and the low ribs come in line with the belly. Your abs are on here, right? Okay, try to hold that tension and keep breathing again without losing the tension. Don't stop breathing. And I want you to pull your sternum closer to the floor. So what I feel when I do that is some pinchy effort between my shoulder blades as I try to draw that sternum down. If you lose the abs, you're gonna feel the ribs flare down and your low back is gonna feel pinchy tension instead. That's not what we want. So go ahead and draw down. Try to pull that pinchy tension into the upper back. Good. And let's start to drive our elbows into the bench a little firmer. This is an isometric contraction, so you actually won't have any movement, but you will feel some effort for sure. So start to push elbows down into the bench while you're still pulling your sternum forward down toward the floor, not letting those ribs fly down. Keep breathing too. Okay, push a little harder. And let's hold it for 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Now, while continuing to pull the sternum to the floor, try to lighten your elbows away from the bench. Again, nothing's going to move because you've got this isometric contraction going. So your elbows will not levitate, I promise you, but your sternum might sink closer to the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't get out of the position, but just relax everything for a minute and take a big breath. Slow, calm exhale. Let's do one more rep here. Inhale. Long, 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 long exhale until you feel those abs brace up again. And those low ribs coming back through space. Maybe your tail tucks a little bit more. Once you've got that activity, hang on to it and go ahead and take an inhale. And then pull the sternum closer to the floor, keeping that tension, and start to drive the elbows into the bench as you exhale here. Pull a little firmer. Both the sternum drawing down and elbows into the bench. 3, 2, 1. Now keep that action pulling the sternum down and try to lift the elbows off your bench. 10, keep holding it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Don't get out of the stretch yet. Big breath in. Big breath out. Now you can leave. Okay, that, for example, will be the first and last time we do that exercise today. We're gonna pick up the speed again and go back to the top one last time. Okay, here we are, ready for round 3. Go ahead and pick up your weight if you're using that, and let's do 10 split squats with that rotation. I'm gonna demonstrate it this time. Stride your left leg back, hold the weight in your left hand, and let's bring it down and up. Let's add some tempo, so sink down for 3, 2, 1, drive up, 2, 3. It's just adding a little bit of power. 4, 5, 6, nice, 7. As you come down again, you can also think about reaching that right hip back through space. Last 2, and last 1. Okay, let's couple that with our single leg stance on the right leg. Ha-ha, here we go. So get soft in the right knee, grow tall through the crown, tuck your tail just a bit and float your left leg off the floor. Hinge forward, maybe a little more if your low back is cool with that. A little more than last time. And just pass 20 passes or 10 sets on this right side. Woo, feeling it already. 3, 4. So this position, help me count, is really critical. 5, keep that left hip from floating away. 6. In our gait pattern, we're walking around stuff. 3 more reps. This is basically mid-stance. The part where our foot's on the ground and helping us propel into the next step. And 10. So it's that part right there, okay? So that's why it's so critical. We need to walk to be alive, right? So this also translates, of course, to running and other work, but a lot of times because of human lifestyle these days, go ahead and get steady on your left leg, hinge back. You know what I'm gonna say. We gotta practice it. We can't just like live our lives and that be enough like it used to be. Now we have to actually, here we go. Hinge forward a little extra if you want, remember? So you can come forward more as long as your low back is happy. Oh wait, we forgot to do the other thing. Oh yeah. Phew. Left leg is forward, right leg is back. Right hand gets the dumbbell. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that could have been disaster. 3, 2, 1. I'm not cutting that out either. 3, 2, 1, 3. And 4. You can take your left hand and put it on the little hip point there and help it come back through space, like push it back. 6, 7. Check your ribs out while you're there. Make sure they're not reaching forward as you come down. 8. Whew. 9. 10. All right, now we're supersetting part 2. Left leg gets the stance. Get real soft, reach through the crown, tuck the tail, hinge, and here we go. We know what to do. We just did it. I just started to take you down the wrong path. Try not to rush through these. This is 4, 4, 5, 6. So if you're feeling off balance a bit, think about taking up more space with your actual foot. So like, in fact, I'm wearing socks here and my socks are kind of cramping my hand into a smaller space, like a glove would, or like a mitten would. So my feet are actually less useful in this sock than they are barefoot, but by golly, it's cold out here. And I've got one left. I'm glad I took my hat off and my long sleeve. That was good enough. Okay, so yeah, if you want a little more splay, a little more balance control, you need more splay. Try to get those toes further apart. That's gonna help. All right, last set of pulling. We're gonna start with the left arm, just like we've been. So left leg steps back, left arm gets the kettlebell, then we're gonna rotate and pull 10 times. If you have a weight, I should have said this on round 1, that's a little too light for 10 reps, go ahead and pump it up to 15, as long as your low back is happy to be in this position. Check in right now with your right outer hip. If you're not feeling much, make sure your heel on the left knee or left side is off the ground, that most of your body weight is in the right leg. 9, 10, I think I did an extra. Set it down, stride the right leg back. Come get your bell. Here we go. Good. So kudos to you if you figured out that rotation. It's a little tricky sometimes to keep everything else still while the spine is rotating and the head is not and the hips are not, and you're still pulling that dumbbell. 8, 9, 10. If you haven't gotten it yet, don't worry. It just takes a few more sets of practice. That's what this is, practice, right? Okay, let's finish up with one last thoracic drill. This is going to include some expansion in the rib cage. A lot of times our rib cage is a little bit compressed on one side. This is my right side. My left side, I think it's compressed on the left side usually. So the right side's coming out like this. The right side's, or left side's a little bit more squished. So let's start, same thing. Hold the bell in your left hand. Put your fingertips on the base of your head, that little bump back there on your right side. And then imagine your back's against the wall, or get your back against the wall. Get your feet right under your hips. And then we're gonna side bend and come up. Come a little bit through the center here. So don't stop when you're just upright, but go a little bit further. And then feel that stretch as you side bend away from the right side. Three more. So this side might feel a little bit easier to get to than your other side. Before we switch sides, come on down one more time and hold it and take 3 breaths right here. So maybe you're feeling it expand right here. In through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth. You could even, if you can fit a hand right here across this rib cage, in through the nose, out through the nose. See if you can make more happen up higher under your armpit than down lower. Last one. Nice. Switch sides. This is going to be it. So left fingertips to the base of your head. Side bend to your right. Come back up through center. So this side might feel a little less able to compress. It may have to do a little bit with the extra lobe of lung, our liver being over on the right side, and just being kind of conditioned to having more space on the right. Last 2. Last 1. Come on down again. Take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. It doesn't have to be a ujjayi breath like I just demonstrated. I don't know why. Last one. Too much yoga. All right, come back to the center and set your tool down. Okay, easy peasy. You just got some strength training in and you got some great mobility for the ribs and hips in today. Well done. See you next time.